Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another vid. So first I've got three tabs open as you can see. This is the hotfix, this is the build crafting, and this is the TWAB that just got released. The TWAB I have not even read yet. So going into the hotfix, we're kind of going to be rapid firing through this. But Grandmaster Nightfall reduced the power cap. That's not necessarily a good thing because power level does matter until you get to 1590. So once you get to 1595, your power level doesn't matter after that. If you are below that, I would not recommend doing GMs. They're tough. Gambit Gilding, Triumph changed, whatever. I don't have the Gambit title yet. Dungeons fixed the issue with duality not dropping weapons. They improved the supplicant spawns in the final encounter for Spire the Watcher, which is nice, because I hate that they sneak up on you. Vendor focusing, the legendary shards got reduced. I don't do trials, Iron Banner, Crucible game. Like none of these weapons I particularly look for, so I don't really care about any of this. Another Iron Banner stuff. I don't really care. Then fix an issue where players were unable to reset their artifact if they had no artifact unlock points available. Keep in mind when you go into Destiny 2 again, you will have to unlock every single node again, which is annoying, but it's fine. Big things were increased deep sight weapon drop rates for all raids in the duality dungeon, which is phenomenal. I don't care about duality, but because I already have those weapons crafted. But thank God Deepstone Crypt's drop rate got upped. From what I've heard, it's from 5% to 10%, which it is what it is, but hopefully I can get more than just one a week running all three characters. There's an issue with Fire Forget having more visual kicks, so that's nice. Legacy Ambush was not working. I don't like the perk Legacy Ambush, so this doesn't really apply to me. Hierarchy of Need stuff, you can kind of read if y'all want to. The new machine gun strat with volatile detonations did get nerfed because they were getting triggered more often than what they wanted, so yeah, there's that. They fixed an issue where the Braid Tech perk granted more ability energy than intended on machine guns and swords, which is interesting. And that's kind of it. And then Seraph Cypher mods, Triumph not progressing properly. So, other than that, pretty good update, specifically the raids and dungeon. Let's get into build crafting. Build crafting is super important in Destiny 2. There is some good along with some bad in this blog post. So, they're adjusting the systems or whatever, right? For the loadout systems, up to 10 slots available to save multiple loadouts. I personally think that's too many. I would have been fine with 5, but I like this. I like this. This single screen system provides opportunities for players to create and share their loadouts with the community more easily, and I like that. Now, they are changing the mod customization to be closer to the transmog system, which I do like. They are also removing also champion stuff is being spread, but they are removing the element types from all the mods so you can use them in tandem with each other, which is nice. By the way, just letting y'all know, you will no longer be able to use Warmind cell builds. Warmind cell builds are officially leaving, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. I never used Warmind cells, so I guess that's why they unlocked all the mods to give you your last hurrah with those at least. Also, they're retuning armor mods. Now, I'm not sure where it is in this thing, but for Artifice Armor, still grind that out. Because that extra slot can be used to put 3, I kind of already tested it, but Artifice Armor, you will be able to choose which stat you can have plus 3 in. Which in total is plus 18 in general, because you have, no, you have 5 armor, no, plus 15. You have 5 armor pieces. No, or unless you have 6. I might be dumb here. Because no, you have your helmet, arms, chest, legs. Yeah, Mark, there's 5. There's 5. There's 5. I'm not an idiot yet. But there's 5 plus 15. That's not too shabby. Now, as far as champion counters and stuff, we'll get into that later. These are the screenshots of what the mod stuff is going to be looking like, which is amazing, and I really do like. So as you can see, it looks like there's actually only going to be 5. Oh no, the other page is probably for mod loadouts as well. And you can, like, label them too. Which, honestly, that's going to be useful for me because I will probably have a DPS build. I'll probably have my general, whatever I want to use as my main. Then a DPS build, ad clearing build, survivability build, and then probably raid-specific builds for, like, raid mods and stuff. Which that's going to be fun and interesting. Now, they doesn't look like they are touching the general recovery mod costs and that sort of stuff. No, wait, they did. Intellect is now 5, I believe, and then changed it to 4. Resilience got up to 4. That used to be 3, so that got up to 4. Oh, this is interesting. So yeah, intellect got reduced and resilience got buffed. Interesting. They're also cutting down on the time between managing mods and stuff. So that's nice and eliminate the need to wait on Ada 1. So this looks like what the mod customization is going to be looking like. Which, that is interesting. This must be the new seasonal artifact. Which you can't see quite yet. This is also, you can change the current weapons you have. Okay, match game they are removing. They are removing match game, which is nice. It's beautiful. Now for champions. Barrier champions are going to have a solar, void, and strand counter. So when using volatile rounds, your weapon will be able to pierce barrier champions. When a player's radiance attack pierces through champions, and strand will also have a method. This is cool. I like this. I might actually start liking champions now. And also, it'll become less pressure to use Arbalest for barrier champions. For overloads, damage arc, stasis, and void. Damaging an overload champion by triggering the jolted condition stuns the champion. Likewise, suppressing the champion stuns them, as does slowing them with stasis. That must mean, that has to mean Duskfield grenades. I like this change too. I think Jolt is a little bit harder to trigger on a champion, but like suppressing them, slap on a grenade. I'm curious for this Unstoppable Champion stuff. Blinding an unstoppable champion instantly stuns them. Finally! Encasing them in stasis and then shattering it or triggering a solar ignition on them likewise stuns them. Strand will also include an unstoppable champion counter. This is cool. I hope that includes arc flashbang grenades. I think it does. Then combat mad mod socket stuff. Okay. They're kind of based on my understanding, they're kind of changing how Charge with Light works. As far as the functionality taking up a charge, picking up an orb of power is now granted to you whenever you have any armor charge mob equipped, which is nice. That does mean the elemental well mods are getting removed, and same with the taking charge mod, and it seems like a lot of those mods are getting removed, which I think is fine. Now you can hold up to 6 charges, and also many of the mods that created elemental wells and stuff have been converted just to create orbs of power, which is interesting. And now you can go up to 3 stacks by default, but if you used charged up, you can get up to 6, which is interesting. So some mods will now have a benefit to holding a certain stack of charges, and also they do have a decay time, which you can extend that decay time, which is interesting. If you generate orbs of power, though, you probably don't really have to worry about the decay time. And some mods consume 1 or 2 or 3 or all stacks, so that's going to be interesting. A few of them, stacks on stacks, Powerful Friends, Radiant Light, which is interesting because Powerful Friends, Radiant Light are getting moved to the head socket. Stacks on stacks, I don't really use. Time Dilation, some of these mods are getting moved around, so they're going to have specific slots. This is interesting. And finishers will now consume... Wait, what? can modify the armor charge system for you without providing you with a specific benefit while you have armor charge. Finishers will now consume armor charges and do not dip into super energy. I don't know how this is going to work. I probably won't use this as I don't do finishers a whole lot. Now, instead of creating elemental wells, each subclass will now create damage type specific stuff. So arc for ionic traces for arc, fire sprite for solar, and void breaches for void. I'm assuming fire sprites and void breaches will look closer to the elemental wells. Stasis shards are already in the game, and so are ionic traces, and then strand. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. Now onto the TWAB. This is what I am excited for, because we're supposed to be getting a raid release date. Okay. Now, by the way, they did post a Lightfall Neomuna, I don't know why I said Neuroma, but environment trailer. Go take a look at that if you want to. As far there is a bug going on apparently of people just losing their characters by logging in. That is a one-time thing. People that are posting about it are just looking for attention. Budgie confirmed as much. I suspected as much, but Budgie confirmed that no other accounts were lost due to a bug. Everybody else just deleted their character. Now, Bob the Guardian Builder. Oh, okay. That's from the previous thing that we just talked about. Rumble returns, catalysts are changing, exotic glaive goodness, and more. Red border drop rates on January 18th. Oh yeah, they buffed that. And they moved more information crafting changes and Lightfall in the coming weeks. It's going to be nice. Faster Dredgen title gilding. This is important to y'all. It's going to, rather than requiring 30 wins, it's going to require 50 match completions and bonus credit for wins. And at minimum, this reduces the number of wins needed by 5, which is fine. Bye bye blues. Oh my god, Paul Tassi is gonna be loving this TWAB. But at the start of next week's patch, after you reach the soft gear cap, blue engrams will stop dropping in the world whenever that would have happened. And the equivalent amount of additional glimmer baubles will be sprayed out instead. We're also adjusting all other gunsmith reputation gains by 25% to compensate. That's good for removing gunsmith reputation for dismantling blue gear. Okay, Paul Tass is gonna really like that. Rumble is. I saw the save the date at Dawn Raid. I saw that. I'm so excited. But Rumble is returning, and there's gonna be more Crucible changes. I don't know much about that. I'm just taking my hands off of that. Okay, Catalyst Quest for the Year 3 Season Pass Exotics. Ariana's Vow, Symmetry, Tommy's Matchbook, and Wither Horde will now benefit from the Season Pass boost like other exotic Catalyst quests. Additionally, any seasonal ritual playlist activity will count towards ritual progress for all Season Pass exotic Catalyst quests. That is going to be nice for those of y'all that don't have these done. I already have all of them done, because I suffered. I suffered a lot. Wither Horde was the first one I did, and oh my god, that was awful. And easier because exotic glaive crafting. That's going to be nice. I don't like any of the exotic glaives, but that's that. Save the date at Domini Raid. Okay, we're doing it live March 10th at 9 a.m. Pacific. It's a Friday. Oh my. Oof. That's rough. That's rough. That is rough. A lot of people are not going to like that. It should be on a Saturday. More people are available on Saturdays. And people have school. Like, bro, people have... Some people have school. Like, what? And due to Pacific time, I am 3 hours ahead. I'm pretty sure normally it's at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think that's noon. Yeah, that's earlier than it normally is. That's noon my time. That's noon Eastern. Holy crap, that's early. Now I will I will be streaming this. I will be streaming starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, doing some last minute prep, getting the team together. Once I have a team together, I will let y'all know. But this is good news and bad news. It's good that we're getting a date this early. It's bad news that it's on a Friday. I'm assuming it's because of Val the Disciple. I'm assuming it's because of Val. Val was a huge issue and they just don't want it to happen again. Which I understand, but like, the community likes the Saturdays, alright? Okay, I need to talk about matchmaking. Let's need to Rituals team. In previous TWABs, we talked about making Crucible accessible. Oh my god, okay, this is for Crucible. I don't really do Crucible, but... Okay, there's some data. If you want to see that, this is Crucible related stuff. Airborne effectiveness. I don't really care about airborne effectiveness because I don't do Crucible. But weapon types. SMGs have long been heavily dependent on the range stat to be competitive. Okay, this is more PvP stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm actually going to look at this exotic section, even though it seems to only be Dead Messenger. Reduce wave splash damage against players by 35%, so it's not changed to PvE at all. So for Dead Man's Tale, remove the damage penalty for 5 stacks of Cranial Spike. Reduce hipborne, hipfire, aim assist, the cone angle. Okay, yada yada yada. Okay, that's dealing with Revoker, but I don't use that ever. Okay, future. Coming in Lightfall, we're doing a heavy weapon balance pass. Adding subclass 3.0 verbs to several exotic weapons, tuning kinetic, and adding a new perk to make kinetic weapons more valuable. Interesting. In post-Lightfall seasons, we'll be shipping some updates we've pretty chuffed about. More substantial changes to weapon hipfire reticles. Okay, we've already had that happen with shotguns, which is good. I like that change. A full auto melee setting. Another set of craftable reprised raid weapons with their origin trait, similar to what we did with Deepstone Crypt. Are they doing... My guess is Vault of Glass. My guess is No, because Vault of Glass has time lost. No, I could see them doing Vault of Glass. It's either Vault of Glass or Garden. As interesting. We also wanted to call out one more change, this time about Tiny Exotic Alt Inside's Ramparts. Science Ramparts I don't really see being used in PvE. Oh my goodness, this is a chunky TWAB. We're only halfway. Okay, actually, we're basically done, but oh my goodness, the TWAB is long. Increase the cooldown of the barricade's ability while saying ramparts are equipped by 70%? Jesus! Increase the amount of damage players deal to a science barricade by 25%? Oh my god, that kind of nerfs science ramparts. Okay, in the next patch, on January 24th, we're releasing some ability changes that we've been playtesting in Lightfall to address some outliers in both PvE and PvP. The Crucible class ability uptime has inflated significantly over the course of the last year, so we're increasing the base cooldown of Barricade, Thruster, and Dodge. Why? They should fix healing. They should fix rifts and that kind of crap. Okay. Thruster's not that good. Increasing the base cooldown of all that by 20%, which is rough. That basically... Rallying Barricade is basically useless now. Increase base cooldown time of the following class abilities by 20%. Barricade, Thruster, and Dodge. Towering Barricades got increased. Oh my god. This better be in Crucible only. These changes better be in Crucible only. This is going to be rough. Okay, they are both. They are... Oh yeah, and Dodge. That's good. This is going to be rough. This is basically a nerf to Lorelei Splendor as well, because your cooldown is based on your Barricade. That's why you always want to use Rallying Barricade. This is rough because that nerfs Lordly Splendor too. Again, we've reduced. Oh my god! Please, Bungie. We're reducing the damage dealt by each lightning strike by 20%, 25%. Oh my god! Secondary strike damage reduced from 40 to 30. Added a huge ass delay. And then it gets slower. That's so. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I guess it acts closer to the cloud, but. Man. And then they removed the stability, incoming flinch, and shotgun pellet spreads while sliding? Oh my goodness. Bungie. Why? Why are they doing this? This is like, bruh, they are nerfing Titans. Storm grenades don't really affect Titans as much. I do tend to use storm grenades, but I also use pulse grenades. I personally prefer pulse grenades over touch, but this is really going to make pulse grenades just the only option, essentially. God damn. And the new event is going on right now. Also, if y'all want some of these, wallpapers, just hit up the TWAB. I don't really like any of these. None of these are my style. This one's pretty cool, but none of these are my style. Because obviously I need the Titan to be front and center if I'm going to do that. Also, warning, Stadia accounts have officially been done. Stadia shut down. Okay, known issues. Investigating centipede error codes. May be unable to crouch after acquiring the first scanner augment. This can be resolved by entering and exiting a menu or remapping keys. Players are unable to progress the objective in Operation Sanctus. To circumvent this, player should restart the mission, move slower. Oh my god. Unable to progress the reshaping the Enigma quest beyond step 6. Oh my goodness. Bounty acquisition via the Destiny Companion app is noticeably slow. I didn't realize that, actually. There's Assault Grappo. There's some cool art and stuff. And then they're creating Destiny 2 team stuff, but okay, that's a lot. That is a lot. We've got a whole bunch of changes. The biggest thing being the raid date being on a Friday, and it's early too, it's at noon. So I will definitely be streaming. My Twitch link will be floating around somewhere. But thanks for watching, and that was a juicy TWAB time.